Alright, it is time for an unboxing video. I wonder what is in the box today. I bet it is a Hulk one. Silver Surfman, Sunrise and Shadowfall. What a horrible title. Not a bad cover. I don't know if it is the best one in this, but I don't mind this as a cover to the collection. There's Willow on the back, and this covers 1998 to 2000. This is the end of Silver Surfman's solo series, and it is what I would call the vague age of Silver Surfman. The vague age is stuff like this, usually 1997 to 1998. That period between Onslaught Man, during Heroes Reborn, where the rest of the Marvel Universe was still Ganon, but it was dying out due to the bankruptcy and shit like that. I have actually read some stuff in here, however. Not much, but I have read some. Like the annual we open with, which has some of the most atrocious art to ever grace a Marvel comic. Several people have actually sent me pictures of this, and I feel like they think I am lying when I say I already know about this terrible art. I have read this, but remember nothing about it, only that the art was some of the worst since Tom Grindberger. Silver Surfman sure does attract the quality artists in the 90s, doesn't he? Our main stuff is Jim DeMatteis on the ongoing title. We had an epic collection years ago with the first half of this run, and that is one of the unboxing videos I would delete if I didn't believe in keeping everything up. Aero Oliver Richie art, that's nice. Don't think he does much in this collection though. Oh look, it's got Etrigan the Demon. I got so excited I nearly called him the wrong name. I want to read these. Now, I want to read these. I think this is a story where we have a giant retcon that everyone hates. We retcon that Silver Surfman's sacrifice was thousands of years ago, and his own planet has since become nothing. Everyone died, etc. This is at odds with every other story where we often saw his own planet in tandem with stories, or his girlfriend was kidnapped by Satan, or there's stories like Homecoming and Resurrection, which don't even work as stories without it existing. Bad retcon. Would be interested to see how they go about saying so, and if they bother to explain those past stories. Psychic Man cover here. There is an issue coming up where I have stuff to say. I don't know how far away we are from it though. Oh no, actually here we go, issue 145. The quality is awful. Well actually, this isn't that bad. But yeah, this is the scan they are using. It won't look as bad on camera, and honestly in person it only looks bad if you focus on things, but there's some blur around the text. This is a scan from the 2000s. There are much worse examples of low quality scans being used, like in the Thunderbals Omnibus, issue 59 of Thunderbals, and the Wolfman Epic collections have dozens of issues in a row where they are using scans. These exist because they are issues that are or were missing from Marvel's library. When Marvel bought up Malibu, they started storing their comics in a digital library. All the other issues in this were stored digitally and were available for Marvel to simply access those files and print again. This issue is one they either forgot to save or they lost. In the 2000s, someone at Marvel went through and made physical scans of the gaps like this in their digital library. I feel shitty talking about this here because the quality of this is nowhere near as bad as the others. But yeah, they were scanned in the 2000s. Marvel are content to use these scans in place of the files they no longer have. They could devote some resources to actually recreating as best they could those missing files. Or they could even just rescan the issue now, and the quality would still be better than that of a scanner in the 2000s. Marvel don't consider that a priority or even a problem. They think we won't care if there is an issue or two that look like garbage in a $40 collection. They do not consider the cost of tracking down a single issue of their own product to rescan to be worthwhile. And yeah, I have been told this by someone involved in production. This is not really acceptable. This is a better quality scan than the Thunderbals or Wolfman ones. But I think comic book collectors getting these are complacent. They'll eat whatever shit Marvel throw their way. There's also an Amazing Spider-Man Epic collection. The one with that Insidious Syndicate story in it. Marvel are unlikely to ever actually release that because they mapped it wrong and there is far too much stuff to fit into one volume. So they're just not going to ever release it, apparently. I am about done collecting Epic collections. They still haven't released half the stuff I bought into the line for, and the ones they have, like Captain America, have only frustrated me beyond belief. After the series ends, we have a mini-series, Galactus Man. This I have read. It is written by Louise Simonson, and Bill son of a bitch is on inks, ruining the art throughout. Despite Galactus Man being the title star, it is a Silver Surfer story. This is as much a continuation of his series. It has the Avengers and Fantastic Four guest star. It's a big epic for all intents and purposes. And starting with issue 2, Sal Buscema, the brother of John Buscema's brother, he takes over the art, and this is his last proper art job before he passed away. Tragic that Bill son of a bitch is fucking butchering it. I have some nostalgia for this. I read this pretty early on. I honestly thought I would have more to say about this. Maybe I am forgetting everything I wanted to say. Willow, it might be Willow. Louise Simonson treats Willow well. She treats her respectfully. But Steve Englehart still retcons this story as not being the real Willow. Can't have been that. That's barely interesting. Weep for the amazing pencils that are buried underneath pointless shadows and murky inks. Oh, cover-wise, This would be a good front. So would this. This definitely. I love this Psychic Man cover, but probably not a good front cover. Maybe put this one on the back of it. Galactus Man issue 1 would make a good cover even. Issue 3, a good back cover. Issue 4 would make a good trade paperback cover. In fact, it did. But truthfully, I think I selected a pretty good one. And the great thing is that while this still has a problem, this cover, these assets, they were digitally available, so they could alter it a bit more to better go on the front. They have actually. If you look, he is off centre on the cover, but he is better centred here. This is what I mean. I'm not talking about recolouring everything to make it look modern and different. Little details like this are what I feel the covers to almost all the Epic collections nowadays lack. Honestly, this is a mostly inoffensive collection. There's one issue which didn't have the best source file, and some appalling art in an annual, and then the dire inking by Bill Son of a Bitch, and that retcon as well. But overall, I am nearly happy with this one. There was a time I was worried, and I thought they wouldn't even bother with including that Galactus Man miniseries. I'll give this 7 thumbs up.